Tonight on SmackDown Live AfterBuzz TV After Show, the Royal Rumble fallout, Money in the Bank possible cash-in, and a new #1 contender for the U.S. title. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel the rock star in giant animation letters go through the screen? As we break down AfterBuzz TV SmackDown Live on AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page, iTunes, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm so worked up from this music. iTunes, SoundCloud, like, subscribe, tell your friends about AfterBuzz TV. What's up, everybody? I'm Christian Rosenberg. Twitter @Rosenberg, Instagram @Rosenberg, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Gabby is still in Thailand. Follow her Instagram. She's having the time of her life. But hanging out with us this week, our friend, our favorite. You know, don't tell Gabby we said that though. @ Denise Salcedo. It's Denise Salcedo.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for having me fill in today, you know? I'm super excited to be back here for at least like a night, you know? It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool to see you and hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I got these guys over here. @TomTheComs, Tom Connolly.
Come on.
The enthusiasm. Was that, dare I say, was that rage?
No.
No, there's no rage after these last 4 days.
That was like a Nakamura.
Yes. You know? And wearing a Nakamura t-shirt right on cue. That's the one I got for him. That's Scott Narver. It's Scott Narver.
Yeah, but we're talking about the rock star, Spud, right?
You mean Drake Maverick?
Either way,
yeah.
It's a good day.
It is. No,
it's a great day.
It's been a great 96 hours of WWE.
Yes. It's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's just Raw.
Yeah.
And that was all in Philly. Philly, go to bed. You did good. You got more wrestling these last 4 days, more quality wrestling these last 4 days than WWE can say they've done in a long time in succession.
Rest up for that Super Bowl, right?
Rest up for that 28-20 Super Bowl loss. And I lost all my fans in Philly. And also, I want to give a shout out to Corey Graves, who did everything these last 4 days. I don't know how he's functioning, but he deserves a nap. So, good job to you, Corey Graves.
Well, he doesn't have to deal with Booker T anymore, so I'm sure he's happy about that.
Zing! So, Royal Rumble happens. We have the Royal Rumble winner is on SmackDown. It is the rock star Shinsuke Nakamura. And he kicks off the show. And like I said, they had the weird, like, tonight all of a sudden we're getting introduced to a lot of, like, animation and, like, just bright, big words flashing on the screen throughout the shows. It's definitely for the kids.
Is it?
I would think so.
I was just kind of expecting better font, or is that just me? I was like, oh, I was expecting fancy font. That's just
not a Times New Roman
or whatever it was. Arial.
Courier.
I don't know.
You're not a bold fan.
I'm not familiar with all my fonts.
Should work on that. Next time we're gonna quiz you. The next time you come on.
Bring it on. Right. Bring it on.
I'm assuming all of these, all the stuff we're seeing, the lettering, the graphics, all the stuff is more for social media. So all these little clips, we get to see it more. You get to, if you were watching it, going through your Twitter or something like that, and you don't have the sound on, you could still see what's happening. That's what the trend seems to be.
But even like with the one, I mean, we'll get to, you know, like the Usos later on, but like the graphics when it had Rockstar, I mean, that's only for the people watching at home on TV. The live crowd doesn't see any of what we're experiencing.
Hence, I'm saying social media.
So they're while the show is going on, they're just sitting watching on their phone.
People all over the world are
no, but if you don't watch
Twitter.
it later, you know what I mean? Then they see it that way.
It's going live on Twitter, so if you weren't watching the show and you were somewhere else, like you're working and, you know, you're doing something else, you know, you're not supposed to be doing, you know, like you're just
like, you know, just
doing a second thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
what are you trying to print out over there?
I don't know.
Okay. Just, I'm on to you, Scott. I'm on to you.
You'll get a 3D.
Through a table. In a ring that was printed.
Connolly Central. Nakamura says, Sami Zayn, knee to the face. John Cena, knee to the face. Roman Reigns, knee to face. At WrestleMania, AJ Styles, knee face. Just kept condensing the sentence.
He's getting efficient.
Yeah.
Yes. He is then interrupted by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who were screw it out of the title, and they have a rightful case because AJ Styles pinned the illegal man. Therefore, the match should have never ended. The match should still be going on. Like, Ty Dillinger is still in the Rumble, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn should still be facing AJ Styles in that handicap match.
So was that the ref that caught with the whole debacle with the Usos and Shelton Benjamin and Gable?
I don't think it was.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I
So
think
that ref should be assigned to their matches now.
I think it was Mike Chioda. The one was the ref from the other night.
Oh, and he's the most experienced one. Well,
He
then
can tell an Uso apart.
Yes. Well, he should know better than to see what's a tag and what wasn't.
Shame on you, Kyoto.
Kyoto.
Shame.
I'm disappointed. They're talking about how they want another shot, and they're saying, Nakamura, you're going to face us at WrestleMania. You're not going to face AJ Styles. That dream match is not going to happen. AJ Styles then comes out, says there will be a dream match at WrestleMania between me and Nakamura, but tonight let's have the dream match become a dream team. And Owens and Sami Zayn say no as they walk away. However, Dan O'Brien backstage then tells them, oh no, that match is happening tonight. But you guys all right? There was a mistake by the referee. You will get another shot at the WWE Championship. Next week, you'll face each other. And the winner of that is going to get a shot at Fastlane.
You know, I really like the part where Owens and Zayn, where they said, oh, you're not going to face AJ Styles, you're going to face one of us. I love Shinsuke's reaction. He was like, ugh. I think it was everybody's, please don't ruin this AJ Shinsuke dream of ours. Like, please, I know we're still a few months away from WrestleMania, but just don't ruin it for us. That was the perfect facial expression that he had in that moment.
It was good.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the whole thing was good. A good way to, you know, get the crowd into it. With Nakamura. I thought his promo was fine, though. Like, I think, you know, we haven't really heard him talk that much, you know, since he's been there. So I was kind of like, all right, he's in the ring. There's nobody else there. It's just him by himself. And I thought it was fine. I mean, I'm excited to, you know, obviously see him versus AJ. And then, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with Zayn and Owens coming WrestleMania, but that's a long way off now. So I guess we'll figure out that out.
We'll
you know,
see.
Like,
Are they teasing something?
We could have that match too, finally.
Yes, we could.
yeah.
And I would be perfectly fine with that.
I love that they're going against each other next week, though.
Yeah.
Like, it just added, like, I think this whole show was just very well put together of, like, it was a lot of a lot of wrestling, a lot of good wrestling, and, like, everything that they did kind of backstage fed into the story of the night going on.
Like,
so.
the pieces fell into place. Like,
Yes.
even when Shinsuke and AJ were trying to talk strategy, you know, Shinsuke was talking about Mania, and AJ was like, nah, dude, I'm talking about today.
Yeah.
So, like, little things like that made the show, I think.
Then we have a fatal four-way to crown a number one contender for the U.S. title. So out of nowhere, it's like, oh, unique action to build up for a title shot. And three of these guys we would love to see have this title shot. I'll let you decide which one we don't. Zack Ryder, Kofi Kingston, Rusev, and Jinder.
Who would I want all four of them to win.
That's true. He's got the hair. He's got the Zack Ryder hair from back in the day.
This was a fun match. I
was.
really enjoyed it. I enjoyed every little thing about it. Obviously, you know, I was rooting for Rusev, which he did win, which was really fun to see. But overall, I kind of liked, like, all these guys' chemistry together in the ring. I mean, I was just hoping, like, I knew Jinder wasn't going to win, so I was just kind of glad with that. But nonetheless, this was a really fun match. Fun match.
Something's happening on that side of the table.
Exactly, something's happening
iTunes
here.
and fun.
No, it's going
Just
in
wait.
order. You're next. So yeah, it was really fun. I liked everybody working together. It was a really good time. And I liked when they sent everybody, when the referee took everybody out and kind of was like, screw you guys, like, you guys are just messing all of this up.
You
That
said
was
it best
fun.
when we were watching. You said, like, it looks like an impromptu lumberjack
Yeah,
match.
that's what I
Yeah.
said. It looks like a
So there's
lumberjack
everyone
match.
around the ring. And Big E had a ton of pancakes that he had kept attacking Corey Graves with.
Dude, Biggie was just hilarious, man.
Yeah, everyone got ejected. Eventually, Rusev locked in the accolade on Kofi, gets the win. Could next Tuesday, even though it already is Rusev Day, could next Tuesday be a very special Rusev Day?
It could. I still wonder what's going on with Dolph Ziggler. We saw him come out as number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
Be there for 2 minutes.
Right. It was very brief, and you know, Michael Cole had even acknowledged, like, wait, I thought he retired or quit or something. So he's ultimately okay with not having the U.S. Championship, having gone for the title opportunity at WrestleMania. But now, where does Dolph Ziggler lay in all this? So I'm curious. I like that they're going to Rusev. I like that Kofi was the guy that tapped out, because it seems like when you see Zack Ryder in a match, you go, "Oh, there you go, that's the guy.
That's the guy who's going to win."
Sure. It was nice that Rusev took out Kofi. It was a cool finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was out of nowhere. Like you weren't expecting that to be the end of the match at all. I was waiting for like Jinder to get back in the ring to break it up. But it was cool. I liked it. It was fun. I mean, I love that Rusev won. Finally.
Yeah.
Guy wins a match.
Big win, Matt. Big win.
Waiting weeks for him to actually win a match. And I mean, I want him to win next week. I want him to be U.S. champ. I think he'd be a good representative of it going into WrestleMania or Fastlane, WrestleMania, all the way. And then, I mean, yeah, what is going to happen with Ziggler?
Yeah,
It was,
what do you
and
think?
I know I've read stuff online. I know you don't like the dirt sheets, but I've read stuff anyway.
I don't. They're dirty.
That apparently, like, because Rude's opponent was going to be Ziggler at first on Sunday, because it was supposed to be a surprise opponent. Then it was going to be Adam Cole, maybe. And then...
No, it's Adam Cole. Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
baby.
oh,
Not Adam Cole, maybe.
Adam Cole, maybe.
Sorry, I got that wrong.
He's very indifferent.
And then it ended up being Mojo, because apparently the match was going to be short, and they didn't want Adam Cole, baby, to lose in 3 seconds.
We need a guy that can run out there really fast.
Yeah.
Can't have it be Orton.
You know, you have
to
to
take up the time of the match and walk to the
It
ring.
will not be Orton.
And you don't want to take away from that 2-hour pre-show to have a short match. You know.
Here's a random shot in the dark for Ziggler. But it's not necessarily be something that we would talk about much here. What if he shows up to be all of a sudden in one of the qualifying matches for Chamber on Raw?
Why wouldn't we talk about that here?
Because
He's a SmackDown guy.
Well, what if
he
he's
went on Raw, we talk about
Well,
it.
he quit. He left. He quit SmackDown. Maybe he's going to show up on Raw.
Renee Young and Beetlejuice Gear did not ask what he was going to do.
Don't
Thought
spoil my.
Beetlejuice? I thought
Don't,
referee.
don't spoil my Christian's Closet segment tonight. Oh, it's ruined now.
sorry.
Never ruined.
Yeah.
Aw. You guys took both of my jokes for it.
Are you serious? Those are really both your jokes?
I was going to say Beetlejuice and a ref.
Come on, this is
She was a zebra, okay? Then I took the last one.
That was his optional.
That was my alternate joke.
That was
This
the pop.
This is your audition for the WWE. It's all about
God.
revisionist history.
Oh, no.
So you do it. Now, forget what we said. Just, you know, a couple of Hogans and a CM Punk
Yeah.
over here.
Well, Renee's not up yet, so when she comes up, maybe I'll have some time to mentally prepare for something.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Rusev wins though.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I feel like the majority of the people want him to win. I hope Ziggler doesn't spoil it next week.
Hey, guys, you know this was a good episode of SmackDown because we actually had a Fashion Files episode on SmackDown. It happened. It's been way too long. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess we're finally getting back to that, so that's good.
And now we know who the top 10 superstars are.
Let's, maybe Steve in the booth, can we get a drum roll for the top 10 wrestlers according to the Fashion Files? Number 10, The Ascension. Number 9 through 1, Breezango.
That's fair.
Applause.
So did the Ascension vote for Breezango, and then
Well, this
Breezango for Ascension?
was before the announcement. This was just Breezango's top 10.
okay, oh.
I like that they had photos of all of Breezango and then hand drawings
Yes.
of the Ascension.
Yes.
They were not bad for stick figure people. Like, they had the nice, like, details for the face paint and all of that. I was actually pretty impressed. But I was more impressed by the Ascension's quick social media presence that they had.
Well, Connor was wearing the grandpa glasses to make sure he can read all the tweets.
Sure.
I need them on my team, man. They're
Well,
quick.
they asked, like, they were getting the social media questions that fans wanted to know about Breezango. First off, Tyler, what kind of conditioner do you use? Great question.
Very great question.
But he doesn't answer it.
No, he said coconut oil.
He said some type of coconut oil later on.
Well, you tend to say great question when you need those extra couple of seconds to really respond.
Then they asked Fandango, what is your favorite thing about Victor? Pass. I thought it was a great answer. Interrupted by Gable and Benjamin. and they say that you clowns are embarrassing. And like, oh, are we as embarrassing as losing twice in a row at the Royal Rumble? Ha ha, we got you. And he's like, do you think you beat us tonight? Shush! Answers no. That's now Gable's thing. He's gonna yell shush.
Sure. I love Encino Man too.
and then they flipped the table with what looked like expensive Macs.
Yeah.
So I hope those weren't real.
Yeah.
Just think they're like, hey, we need your laptop. Can we just borrow it real quick? We just need it for a scene. Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, I guess so, sure. Then you're like just watching the film and he just flips over the table with your, $1,000 computer on it. I'd be like, do I get a box rental for that this week or a brand new computer?
Here's a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
From there, we have the Usos talking about all the teams that they've locked down, and we know because a jail cell door is slamming after every one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were locking the Usos away each time.
Right, which was kind of weird. How do they keep escaping? The Usos just kept getting out of there.
It's their penitentiary.
Mm.
Right, but the doors kept shutting on them.
But it's their penitentiary. They can say when they want it open. They got the keys.
But we never saw them open it.
They got underneath.
Oh.
They use that baby oil and squeeze through.
They thought every struggle you go through only makes you stronger. My struggles are your struggles, and your struggles are mine. And all of a sudden they got all like emotional, like brotherly emotional stuff. They hug, say we're the best tag team in the WWE. And as they start leaving the ring, the Bludgeon Brothers show up. And they walk past the Usos to begin their match. Scott, I feel like you should break this Bludgeon Brothers match down, please.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Well, being a honorary Bludgeon
God,
Brother,
you still have that.
in the waiting. Well, I'm at the ready and waiting for them to, to call for my services.
By the way, Denise, Scott feels he's an honorary Bludgeon Brother. So he brings that around because he doesn't have a sledgehammer, but he's got the bat wrapped in barbed wire and blood.
Sledgehammers
Nice.
are expensive.
It's true.
Let me put that out there.
And heavy.
So especially
Real
the
heavy.
ones those size.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are custom made.
Yeah, they're huge.
For bludgeoning.
Yes.
So it was great. It was great to see them come out, make their presence be known, put a little fear into the Usos. The Usos took their time and walked on by because they haven't been put in lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
They've been bludgeoned down.
It's true.
So it was great. It was great to see that.
And
Perhaps Fastlane?
How about their
Perhaps
match?
Mania?
How about the Bludgeon Brothers match tonight?
Those two poor little bastards.
I don't think they ever said their name. I never got their
No,
names.
we don't need to know that.
Didn't it say amazing or awesome or something on their singlet?
One
I
of
don't
the
know.
singlets said amazing.
Amazing. There
Yes.
you go.
It was amazing how high they threw him.
Who did Corey Graves say he looked like? Oh, I can't remember now. It made me laugh though. The guy that was on the guy that it was in the singlet. He was like, "Oh, so and so's older brother is wrestling." I can't remember.
Shatro, help us out with that
Yeah.
one. It was great. I like the moment of Harper had tagged in and then was on the outside for a while, and then was stalking the other guy, and so we got to see some new moves out of them tonight. And then they promptly destroyed both of them, showing that they can bludgeon better than the Usos can lock down.
And maybe we'll eventually have the match of bludgeoning versus locking.
Save it for Mania. That's what I say.
Well, you can't because that would mean the Usos are actually on the main card, which they've never been.
It needs to happen, or you can put the Bludgeon Brothers on the main card.
Like what will happen first? Usos on the main card or Undertaker not at a WrestleMania?
Usos on the main card.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Yeah. I thought it was a fun match. I thought the promo was great by them.
Yes.
I didn't the whole like I don't know. I feel like somebody at WWE like got a program that has all these graphics and all this stuff and they're like, "Guys, we got to use these. Like, how are we going to use all these things? We just bought all this program to use this." And I don't know. I like the jail cell thing, but I wish they would have maybe shown a picture of the team on the screen.
On the Tron,
and
would've
then
shot
it
it
would have
in.
locked it. And then the next team would have locked it. Like, it was just a weird
Would have
way
made
of,
more
like,
sense on the
Yes.
Tron
Yeah.
than just in like a live video.
Or even or they could have cut to a shot like a picture of Breezango and then the thing closes on him. I don't know. I mean, this is new, so I guess we'll see what happens next.
I feel like it's a way to kind of keep viewers engaged. That's the way I see it. Like from a content person, producer person, I kind of see it like that, where, you know, you bring in these graphics because they're kind of like eye enthralling and they keep you like kind of wanting to see when they're going to come out more. So that's the way I saw it. Like they're just trying to like maybe keep the eye there, you know, for spacing out reasons.
I think it's just a little too distracting though. Like, because I feel like, what are we going to, every time they're going to be out there cutting a promo in the ring, we're going to like start seeing the words that they're saying like come up, like with the phone ones that they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
I think it's more distracting, at least to me.
We'll see.
So
But
far.
all right, so the matchup with Scott, that bat's it's starting to smell.
So just put it here.
No, no.
Yep.
Oh, God.
You got it,
You
buddy.
can smell the bat.
Well, it's the blood. The blood on there.
It's
I mean,
dry,
you're right. So it's
so it's sanitary. So
Sure.
it doesn't get everywhere that way.
sure. Well, we had a top 10 list by Brazongo in the Fashion Files, and then we find out on Daniel Bryan's tout that it was tout, right?
Yep.
That's what it was? Okay. That SmackDown, we're going to start having a top 10 list of superstars who most deserve opportunities. And this is something that's going to be voted by the superstars. Daniel Bryan and Shane, each of them would get a vote, and the superstars cannot vote for themselves.
Says who? How are we gonna know?
How are we going to know this is legit?
Yeah. Like, why can't it be for the why can't the fans vote on this?
The only way, the only way that we would know this is legit is if someone like Luke Harper is the #1 contender for the WWE title.
That's a great idea.
I figured you would like that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I almost feel like this is the kind of thing where, you know, when your teacher says, oh, hey, guys, we have this assignment for you all to get to know each other and support each other. I kind of felt like this is what it was. And you're kind of like, well, I kind of just want to pick myself, you know? But you can't. But that's how I saw this. This is like
team
a
builder.
school, like
It's a
a
team
team builder sort of thing. So a little too high schooly, I guess.
So Daniel Bryan was hungover, and this was his assignment.
Yes.
That's what happened.
And he's going to have the other superstars do the work for him.
Oh, Daniel Bryan not doing work again.
Yeah.
Wow. What a shock.
You guys figure it out. I can't look at these. What is there, like 30
yeah,
of you?
Yeah, you guys figure it out. You get me the list, and then I'll decide kind of what I want to do after. Yeah. This is exactly a teacher giving out work that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Grade yourselves, guys. That's what we want you to do.
It's a self-assessment where you can't vote for yourself.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of it, though, of having a top 10 of like, all right, we like these guys, but if the fans aren't putting an input in, then it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
you
am
know?
curious and optimistic about it because I would like to see if something does actually happen.
Yeah.
What if we do see that there's somebody that everybody likes, like they like one of the Singh brothers?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one right now.
Well, maybe they put him out there anyway, and it's like, hey, here's your opportunity. You got to take it.
I have a torn ACL. I can't move.
So I'm curious to see if they actually do something about it, because when they did the Taboo Tuesdays and the Cyber Mondays, from all the stories that anyone who's ever worked there has ever told, they did those legit.
At least the first couple. Yeah.
Do they still do that on WWE.com where they would rank like the wrestlers each week? And
I
it's
think
kind
they
of
do,
like that.
yeah.
Do they still do that?
Yeah, the power rankings. They still
Yeah,
have
all right,
that.
there you go. That's what I was kind of thinking. Like, that's pretty much what it was going to be.
Yeah, just sold it
Yeah.
for SmackDown, the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't Impact have a ranking thing for a while?
Oh yeah.
How did that work there?
Not very long.
No, I mean not how. I mean,
Which means
what,
not very
what
well.
did they do though? It wasn't them voting on each other.
It
right?
was, from what I recall, because it was very short-lived, was it had to do with wins and losses. Like, so they legit would rank people, like in an MMA contendership sort of
Okay.
way. So that doesn't happen a whole lot in WWE. You have to just pin someone who has a championship, and then they go, well, I guess you could beat them.
Yeah.
So you're #1 contender.
Shane is backstage on the phone. He's interrupted by Ty Dillinger. This was fresh.
He already got voted in.
Yeah,
See? Look at
he's
that.
in. That was a quick vote for Ty to be on the show. And he's talking about Rumble was supposed to be his opportunity for him to revitalize himself. And same as any Kevin Owens screwed him out and wasn't even able to be in it. Then Corbin came out saying that he deserved a shot too, but he was actually in the Rumble and got eliminated really, really quickly.
But the destruction he left after. Oh,
Yes.
Bone
He
show.
left Heath Slater laying until he eliminated Sheamus in near record time.
That was amazing.
I wouldn't say it was my favorite part of the Rumble, but one of my favorite parts of the Rumble for sure. And Ty said, "Well, I'm still here, unlike your Money in the Bank contract. Like, I'm still here for a fight." And Shane says, okay, we're going to settle this in the ring. You two are going to fight later. Now we have Charlotte, who is being interviewed by Renee Young. So now, let's see what I can do for Christian's Closet, since
Ooh, this is exciting.
this is my idea
She
for
had an
taking.
unusual outfit. I wonder what's going to be said.
Well, it looked like that she went to. She stole a jacket from Elton John at a B-52's music video, and was visiting the USO Penitentiary.
Oh, yeah, that's right, dog.
What was that?
That's my Booker T.
Well, we don't have them normally during the week, so I guess every week we should have Scott do a Booker T-ism.
No. I think the
Chat
fans
roll.
are all
Chat roll,
now
what do you
to
think?
Can you do a shucky ducky or whatever he says?
Let's
Shucky
not
ducky, quack, quacky.
bring all that back.
It is. He already said it's coming back. He already tweeted that out.
Okay, well, I liked the Beetlejuice and the referee better, but that's what I could come up with on short notice. So I hope you liked that. But yeah, I don't know what the hell the jacket was. That was kind of weird. Anyway, Charlotte, you can cut the music now. Charlotte is talking about, or we'll fade, a nice little fade. I like that. Charlotte talking about how she sat ringside and the first ever Women's Royal Rumble on Sunday, which, by the way, was awesome. It was really, really well done. And she said it was the first time that she didn't want to be champion. She wanted to be in that ring scene if she could hold her own. And she wanted to see if she could have been number 3 and outlasted everyone like a guy that she knows. I wonder what guy that was.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to explore nature to find out. The question is, who's going to be standing across from me in the ring at WrestleMania? Is it going to be Asuka? Is it going to be Ronda Rousey? Or is it going to be the Riot Squad? Because they come out and interrupt her. Now, Ruby, this was probably the best promo that... And again, she's a good talker. They've just given her some horrible, horrible lines to say. But I thought this promo was really good by her. She said, met versions of you throughout my entire life. You're impossibly talented, but impossibly arrogant, impossibly entitled, and impossibly unoriginal. And there's only one Ruby Riot. You're just a cheap imitation of your father. And I think the best part about this was Liv and Sarah did not get to talk.
Disagree.
Yeah, that was a wrong decision right there.
Well, we can agree to disagree there. They all brawl. Charlotte eventually has the upper hand, but then Riot Squad regain control, knock her out. They start walking up the ramp. And wait just a minute. Carmella's music is hitting. Don't tell me Philly's getting the Money in the Bank cash in too, because they've gotten everything these last 4 days. She runs to the ring, ready to cash in. The referee apparently has to give a long explanation to Greg Hamilton how a Money in the Bank cash-in works.
He's never dealt with it.
Yeah. In the midst of that, Carmella tries to kick Charlotte. Charlotte gets out of the way, and Carmella accidentally kicks the referee out of the ring. By the time he starts coming to, Charlotte's back up on her feet. Carmella runs away with the briefcase. So we got a good tease, which we have not had in a long time.
Which we should have had like weeks ago.
But it's a good reminder that Carmella is Miss Money in the Bank. Now, do we think this could be preluding to a Charlotte-Ruby match at Fastlane?
Could be. Could be a triple threat with Carmella.
Also could be that, yes.
Could be Fatal 4 with all Riot Squad members in Charlotte.
That'd be interesting. But then the Riot Squad, they would fight each other. And they're a
Ruby's the only one
squad.
that matters.
They're a squad, though. It says it in their name.
Well, speaking of that, I really appreciated the heck out of that tonight in their segment that the Riot Squad rioted.
They actually did what they're supposed to do.
And beat the heck out of Charlotte. Because
Yes.
they've been character building that idea that Corey Graves is so big on that. And then they followed through with it. And then they took Charlotte out, which is great. And I also loved that when Carmella kicked the ref out of the ring, she started yelling at him and saying, "What are you doing?" I thought that was just great, too.
Like, get up. Like, why are you down there? I brought you out here to help me.
I kind of wish, I absolutely love what Ruby said today. I kind of wish she would have said that, like, had she been around, like, back in the day when I was in middle school getting bullied, because I felt like exactly what she said to Charlotte was the perfect way to stand up to your bully. I don't know why, but when she was saying this, "You're unoriginal," I was like, oh yes, that is so perfect. I don't know why.
So Ruby was the hero here.
Yeah, that's the way I saw it. But no, nonetheless, I thought that I really liked this like entire segment. However, I was telling you that I thought that it was funny when she was telling Charlotte that she's just a ripoff of her dad. When I was like, oh, people can make the argument that she's a ripoff of Paige, which I know is crazy, but still, I thought that when she said it, and I kind of thought it played very nicely in a funny way.
It was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I liked the tease of the cash in. I don't know if Carmella. I think they let her hold it past WrestleMania. Like, let's just see what happens. And
Well, she gets it for a year. Will be
she
what,
has till
June?
So she has time still.
Yeah.
But also with all this, women's revolution, whatever they're calling it now. Her cashing in at WrestleMania would be that, another moment to add to, this past year that they've had.
Or could she finally be that one that's just like, all right, time's running out, Carmella. Like, you have to cash us in soon, and she just keeps failing to try to cash it in. I think she would be a good character to have that moment. Like, you literally have like 5 days. When are you cashing? And Charlotte's in Europe right now doing like a press release, so I don't know how you're going to cash in.
Like, I would want it to run out though. That seems like a waste. That's a waste of her carrying that around for a year.
Well, no, like say she's able to cash in like the day before, like the last day, cash in at Money in the Bank, like cash in last year's at this year's Money in the Bank.
But they won't be. It's a Raw pay-per-view though.
Swerve. Still a briefcase to cash in.
I mean, they could have swerved a lot the last couple of months, and they didn't. So I don't think they have that in their mindset to do that.
Well, they're tired right now these last few days. They can think about that a little later.
Yeah.
AJ,
Yeah, big break for everybody
yes.
in the creative department.
Guys, take the rest of tonight off.
Well, and especially now that like the Rumble outcome was now you get to pick who you go against now. That changes like everything.
That does.
It was like, okay, you only went against your person and your brand. So I think that's very interesting that they're saying, and Asuka still hasn't picked who she's going against.
Well, now we have a women's elimination chamber match, so we won't know until after that.
I mean, she could pick before then.
Well, Stephanie encouraged her to wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
she told her to
gotcha.
wait until after the chamber.
Sorry, I missed that beginning of Raw.
AJ and Nakamura backstage. Nakamura just keeps saying, I'm going to beat you at Mania, but we'll get along tonight. And walks away. That was that. The jailbird Renee Young is backstage with Carmella.
Whoa!
Hey, zing! Asking Carmella, was that bad luck tonight? She's like, well, I broke a nail. I'm not going to cash in with a broken nail. So that was exactly how I planned it to be.
I think that was my favorite Carmella moment because she was just playing like the super basic girl part. I was like, yes, do it, Carmella. I love it. She just has so much to offer. I wish we got to see more of her quirks.
Yeah. Have you guys seen any of the other women like tweeting about the Rousey stuff?
A lot of them were tweeting like negatively about it.
Yeah.
I think it's all part of a story.
It probably is, but I
I like it.
But I also feel like they're very valid with their, we've all been here for how many years? All of those women that have been in that Rumble, and then I understand that they want the press, and that's what's gonna, get the headlines the next day, but also kind of like the Money in the Bank thing of giving it to Ellsworth the first time you're ever doing it.
Ellsworth earned it.
He did at least climb up.
Did he or did he not take it off the ladder?
Okay,
Yeah,
he didn't
showed
just
up.
point at the briefcase. I get that. But it kind of ruined that moment the first time they did it. This is another moment of them being like, okay, we did something amazing, and now we have all these women here wrestling and doing this, but we need someone that's never been here before to come in and, steal the thunder, kind of.
Wait a minute. I thought it was just poor etiquette on Ronda's part. She came out and she pointed at the sign because she wanted tickets.
Oh,
Right? And then she came up to Stephanie. She's like,
hey, I want.
hey, yeah, those.
I want
Can I
that.
get
She
that
couldn't
shot?
wait till after backstage,
Like I said, poor etiquette. She's very privileged. She gets a lot of stuff. She was undefeated for a long time.
She went to the restroom, got lost, finding her way back to her seat.
Yeah,
ended up on the ramp.
Thought it was over.
Yeah.
Wanted her picture taken, so on and so forth. That's why I'm actually glad, like what you said, I'm glad that Ronda wasn't particularly in the Rumble, because when people said that there was a chance that she was going to win it, I thought to myself, like, for the other woman, like, that's not fair, So.
I mean, they're never not really fair to anybody. So, depending who you are. I thought it was very interesting to see, like, at least someone like Nikki Bella tweeting out about that, of being like, well, what does the other 30 women that were in the Rumble think of having that moment? Like, I thought for someone that kind of like high up to just kind of send something out there, where I don't think they're gonna have a Nikki Ronda fight.
Right? Kelly. Think of all the, you got Kelly, Ronda Rousey, K&R going against each other. Huge.
Why would you say that when you know the answer to this is Tamina?
There's no alliteration there. You don't have the double K, the double R.
No.
You know what I mean? But refereed by Double J. Think of it. On the marquee, right there.
I like it.
I think I'm going to Mania now. That's it.
That's what sold Tom. Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. Match was fine. Nothing really. I mean,
we've seen it a number of times before.
Yeah,
and it was good.
Nothing really noteworthy. End of days, Baron Corbin got the win. I think that's the most surprising thing, actually, is that they let Corbin win this. Because the way they've been booking him, I was thinking that Dillinger would have won with a roll-up or some kind. But Corbin wins, and that was that.
Hey, moved up in the ranking. That's all he wanted to do, right?
Yes, he's up on our ranking now.
In favor.
We get more cell phone promos from Rusev and from Bobby Roode, hyping up their title match next week. Rusev gets a spotlight. Bobby Roode spells glorious in 1 week on the calendar.
Did you get your Rusev Day calendar?
Not yet.
They exist.
I know they do. And that's awesome.
I almost want the, like, Peel Day, though, calendar.
Oh, like a word a day?
Yeah.
Or every day is a holiday.
Yeah.
And each one is Rusev Day.
Or like those Christmas ones. What do you call those ones?
With the candy you take
Advent calendar. There you go. For Rusev Day.
I'm fine with that, too.
But on the calendar, it says where a holiday would be on every single day. It says Rusev Day.
Yes. And you have 12 photos of Rusev.
I'm sure the people who print those that maybe don't have anything to do with wrestling look at it and go, what is this?
People buy this?
Why are they saying every day? Yeah.
I wish they revealed, like, merch numbers. Because I want to see how many people buy the calendar.
I'd be so fascinated about so many things.
That I know. I want to know. I want to know these things. So share them.
Please.
That'd be nice.
Maybe you got to be a stockholder.
Maybe the top 10 could be top 10 merch sellers on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I'm okay with that. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn backstage. The dissension is building between the two. They're like, well, at least one of us will get a shot. And we won't fail. And Kevin Owens says, yeah, you won't fail tonight. And walks away.
They were snippy.
Yeah. They were. It's almost like they've hated each other for many, many years.
One of them could have been manstrating, just to say.
Manstrating.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah. We have our time too.
Yeah.
Good to know.
When you're like traveling together, that sometimes ends up on like at the same time.
You sync up.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah, it could be bad news.
Where did this go? Breezango versus Gable and Benjamin. I feel like every week, Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin have a little game that they play in their match. This week's game was, we are going to make sure Tyler Breeze can never stand on the apron. We're always going to keep knocking him down. Which is fun. I like finding these little games in their matches. Eventually, Breeze did get the tag. Fun little match. Gable and Benjamin hit their finisher for the win. Their finisher still does not have a name. And they're celebrating. They're like, we're right back on track. As Chad Gable was screaming out after the match.
Yeah, I was disappointed in the Rumble match with them. I was expecting this is going to be a really good tag team match, and then the match happened, and I felt let down. But
what would you have been okay with? Not necessarily what you wanted, but what...
I mean, I would have been fine with Usos retaining, but just like a longer match. Like, we know these guys, the four of these guys can have an amazing match together, and I feel like we were like 2 out of 3 falls. This is going to be so much fun. And then
we had 2 Rumble matches.
Yeah. So what? Then don't book a 2 out of 3 falls match. Book it as a regular, 1-pin match.
That practically was.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think that's why they did it so fast, like the second finish, because it's like, oh, people don't want to wait for the whole, like, hey, let's get to the second, to the third, whatever, So, yeah, it's kind of weird that they did it like that. 2 out of 3 falls on a Royal Rumble card where there's 2 Rumbles. Too much waiting.
Yeah. I mean, the Usos are the best, so it's fine.
Yes, because they have everyone else locked down.
The penitentiary.
Yes, except for Bludgeon Brothers. That bat is still on the desk.
Yeah. It's part of the panel.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was officially a member. I thought...
It's an honorary member, much like I'm an honorary member of the Bludgeon
Oh,
Brothers.
so that's an honorary member of the SmackDown AfterBuzz team, and you're an honorary member of the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the weekly memos.
I don't seem to receive those. By the way, and you think I
carve
was
'em in a
'cause
tree.
Actually, like this week, I got to do the Rumble AfterBuzz this week with Denise. So make sure you tune in to that if you have not done so yet. But this week actually officially marks my 5 years with AfterBuzz TV.
Gotta do the Booker
Spankings.
T thing.
5 years, 5 years, and
We need mad eyes, though. Bring out the mad eyes.
And then Kevin and Maria are going to come in and give you your 5-year spanking.
oh
right?
great! Is there a 5-year award? Is there
Spankings.
a 5-year? Steve in a booth. Is there like a 5-year like trophy or something? Yeah, something for 5 years.
They call them after spankings.
I take it as it's a work in progress. Got it.
He's microwaving something for you.
All right. Yeah, I don't know how you guys put up with me for 5 years. Anywho, main event. AJ Nakamura.
Adderall.
That makes sense.
Bradley suggests you do a spinneroonie on the table.
Yes.
Mark the occasion, man.
I don't want to break their table.
Well, then don't. Just do a spinneroonie. Don't put yourself through it.
This
Have a
table will
crazy
not
vomit.
hold me doing a spinneroonie. This table can barely hold this computer.
No way.
I'm a lot heavier than this computer. AJ Nakamura versus Owens and Zayn. Owens and Zayn are arguing throughout the match. There's a point where Sami Zayn walks out and stands on the stage. Eventually has a change of heart and runs down to the ring, makes the save when AJ's attempting to pin Owens. They continue to argue. They're doing more so chops for tags. And then AJ pushed Owens into Zayn when Zayn was on the apron. Sami Zayn walks out again, this time for good, leaving Owens by himself. Kinshasa by Nakamura. AJ and Nakamura defeat Owens. Almost a handicap match at that point. And then backstage, you had Sami Zayn watching on a monitor, and Beetlejuice went up to him and, yeah, see about that back, and asked if this was the end of their friendship. And he's like, it's about opportunity. Our friendship's not over, but I'm the one who's been overlooked. So next week, I'll be known as the guy who beats Kevin Owens. As SmackDown goes off the air.
I
This is good.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go for it. Go for it.
No, you go first. You go first.
It was good. I like that this time it was Sammy kind of betraying Owens in a way. So I thought that was fun to see a little change of pace. This was fun. I forgot what else I was going to say.
Sorry, I messed it up.
Thanks, Tom.
My bad. I was gonna say I didn't know Beetlejuice from Howard Stern show was on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah.
He's bad as Ken, so who'd be there. I thought it was a fine match for what it was to finish the show. I mean, I like them arguing, and it's it's good. I mean, those two, we've seen them have amazing matches. So hopefully next week they have, give them the last half hour of SmackDown and let them beat the crap out of each other to see who wins this match. But I could also see them doing, because they want to get back at Daniel Bryan, they do a double pin.
You're stealing my idea.
So they don't know who wins. And then he can be like, we both won.
Triple.
Doesn't matter.
Going to be triple threat. Not handicap, triple threat.
Yes. Yeah. I could see that happening. And I loved Sammy's promo in the back.
Yeah.
I just thought it was probably one of the best promos he's done. Like it was just like there was, fire in there. He was so passionate of just being like, I'm not going to be the guy that, I'm the guy that beats Kevin Owens. So.
Well, for the last 2 months, we've had Goofy Sammy and Whiny Sammy. That was serious Sammy for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Very, very straightforward, very believable, very matter of fact. I dug that too. And whatever it leads to, there's so many possibilities going into Fastlane, going into Mania with these two guys that they're going to make sure that they do everything so they don't lose their spot, which I love because they're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we will see. So is that kind of our thought, that it's going to be somehow like a draw next week? Or do we think one of them is going to actually beat the other?
If anybody wins, I want Sammy to win. Like, if we're really going to, have a winner. But yeah, I could see them doing... they got to throw some kind of wrench into this to get one over again on Shane and Bryan. So, yeah.
Denise, what do you think?
I really, and well, going back to what we were saying earlier, I really like the part where he was saying that he's the guard, Sami Zayn saying that he's the guardian angel and so on and so forth. I thought that was fun, a fun touch. See, the way I see it is that I feel like their chemistry is so like, kind of like a couple, you know, where you argue and you're happy and one's more sassier than the other. So I kind of feel like I keep seeing that in their relationship, and it makes me want to see this like continue, like almost, you know, when you had everything with Kevin Owens and Jericho, I kind of see it like that, you know, a little differently, but still nonetheless similar. And I kind of want to just see it get really intense and go for a long time. And obviously something has to happen, some sort of swerve next week. Just don't know what, but I think that they're going to play this out. I kind of hope this plays out all the way until WrestleMania, where you're like, man, like these two have been going in at it for months. Like this is serious. Something's about to happen. This is their friendship being destroyed. They've gone through so much together, and kind of see that all unfoil.
WrestleMania friendship on a pole match.
Thanks, Russo. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that Jericho shows up next week.
Oh.
And beats up both of them. Double DQ, triple best friends.
Then who does AJ
Going
face
way
at
out there.
Fastlane?
Both of them, because they both won because of Jericho.
But then where's Jericho involved then?
Jericho's just a friend, happy to be there, happy to help out his two new best friends. I'm just going out somewhere different.
I like it.
Oh, okay. I think you meant he like beat them up to like just to beat them up. He helps.
no,
by doing that, he helps them.
Yeah, like
He
he's
does it on
getting them-
purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on purpose.
Sounds like a very happy scenario.
I like friends in wrestling. Not everybody has to hate
I like
each other.
festivals of friendship.
Yeah. I don't want to see these guys break up either. I like what's happening, and let this go on for a couple more months at least.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we shall see. And as we finish breaking down SmackDown this week, Philly, you can go to bed now. You're tired. You did a lot. You were great for 4 nights. You got to rest up for that Super Bowl.
Is this how you sign off with your dates?
Yes. Is that why I'm
weird.
single?
It just sounds like, hey, you're great for 4
Hey,
nights.
for for 4 nights.
Go to bed.
You were great. No, I've never said
Here's
that
some
to
cat
anyone.
food.
What are you,
Go on
nuts?
home.
Time to go home, sweetheart. Can't stay the night here.
You've been great.
That's been
But you
4
should
nights.
go. You should
4
go.
long
The pizza's
nights.
gone now.
It was a great 2 hours plus 205 live. But you should go.
Plus Mix Max Challenge.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Yes, there was. On that note, Scott Narver, how can people reach out to you?
You can reach out to me on social media at Scott Narver, and you can check out my movie Dave Made a Maze, which I am in. That's available on video on demand services everywhere, and now on Hulu as well. And check out youtube.com/onyourmarkshow. There are great shoot interviews all from this past year, and new ones coming up that I can't spoil and say, but there's some big names coming up, so check that out.
Nice. Tom Connolly.
You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram at TomTheCom. If you check out my Etsy shop, you can check out these awesome 3D printed rings. Connolly Central is the Etsy shop.
Nice. Denise, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'll fill in whenever is needed, or whenever I'm needed. Okay. Anyways, but you guys can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at _Denise Salcedo. Also, please do not forget to check out XPac12360 every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. We always have awesome stuff, awesome guests, talk wrestling news, all of that awesome stuff. And also, if you are in Texas, February 16, our Lucha will be in Beaumont, Texas, and February 17 in Humble, Texas. So make sure to check out the shows and come support, and I'll be there. And yeah.
Well, Rey Mysterio was on those shows too, right?
Yes, he was at the first taping.
And he looked amazing at the Rumble too.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yes. And follow me on Twitter at Rosenberg, Instagram, the Rosenberg, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. ColorNobleBrand.com, like the shirt I'm wearing right now. Use promo code Rosenberg, save yourself 10%. And for all your other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks so much for tuning in for SmackDown AfterBuzz. For Scott Narver, Tom Connolly, and Denise Salcedo, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.